conversation and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
You ready?
It's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
Sway. Still there's pain. If I would've grew up to be a doctor, my nephews would've grew up to do the same. But since I grew up through the game and my influence is the same, and my therapy is music, they ask so you would change. If I would wish you can separate the two things, I could not, so my answer to you remains. I could walk down the hall of mirrors and sigh and be so satisfied when I look myself in the eyes. No chain, no tie, just big boats and tearing the coast up. Tight coops like I'm wearing a roadster. For any coupe, been hugging the holster. Oh, alright. And it may not be what you could perfect.
Welcome to the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580. And this is your daily source for entertainment and celebrity news. I am Keith Underwood, and I am sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. You can catch me right here on KBLA every weekend on Saturdays at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific time on my entertainment show, Black in the Green Room, and that's where we spotlight inspiring stories from Black entertainers, creatives, and showbiz professionals. So let's get on into this Raw Report. Andy, what's up, brother?
Man, I'm just on the grind to find my purpose.
Okay. Well, one of your purposes, man, I appreciate you for, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being a part of KBLA, brother. I mean, you keep us on time. You keep us on target, brother. You do a great job.
Hey, man, I try, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. You doing, what is it? It's another day?
It's another day, $1 billion.
Another day, another billion.
Actually, $1 trillion.
$1 trillion. Okay,
Actually, man. Infinity, no limits.
Infinity dollars. Andy, man, how was your Thanksgiving, brother? Did it turn out to be everything you wanted it to be?
Oh, it was beautiful. I got to chill, with my lady's family or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I got the mac in me. I got the dressing in me. I got the ham. There was no turkey, but I was cool with the ham.
Okay.
The cranberry sauce was there.
Right.
The whole shebang was there. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that I had more time off.
Yeah.
I was telling my friends that it's crazy. Even though we had extra days off, for whatever reason, it felt like this went more faster than just a regular 2 days off. I don't know. I think maybe I was a little bit spoiled, but
Yeah, I was running all weekend, man. And it went by really slow for me. It felt really relaxed, really chill, but that's kind of my mode anyway. Right. So, but it was good, man. It was good. I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
There's this new show that's on HBO right now, and it's called Get Millie Black, and it's the latest crime drama from HBO, and it is making waves not just for its gripping storylines, but its cultural significance. It was created by Marlon James, a Booker Prize-winning Jamaican author. The series is a milestone and authentic Caribbean representation, with most of the show filmed on location in Kingston and featuring a predominantly Jamaican cast. It offers an unfiltered look at the complexities of Jamaican life, rarely seen on mainstream television. At its core is Millie Jean Black, and she's a fierce detective that's navigating both the underbelly of crime and the intersections of identity and belonging. For audiences seeking richer, more diverse narratives in crime drama, Get Millie Black is a game changer, bringing Jamaican voices and stories to the forefront of the global entertainment stage. Holla out to them. If you guys want to join in on the conversation with us this evening, you can call in at 800-920-1580. You can also join us in the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Let's see what's going on with y'all over here. Oh, it's the regular crew. Deb, Forrest, Penny, what's up? Thank you for joining us this evening. What's up, Andy?
Man, I just got to shout out Forrest Harrison. It's his birthday today.
Oh, Forrest, you share a birthday with a great.
He does, for real.
Our brother Jay-Z, yes. All right, man. Good, good, good. Well, happy birthday to you, brother. Yeah, I'm just this Get Millie Black. I'm gonna feel real with you guys. I have not checked it out yet, but I have heard nothing but great things. And any chance I get to see just more representation of us in TV shows and in different kinds of roles and different kinds of spaces in the diaspora, I'm always down for that. Let me tell you. Also in the news is Kendrick Lamar and SZA. They joined forces for the Grand National Tour. Yeah, I know y'all think I don't know nothing about that, but Unc is up on his game. Come on now. So, so Kendrick Lamar and SZA have officially announced their much anticipated Grand National Tour set to kick off in April 2025. This powerhouse duo is bringing their unique blend of artistry to major arenas across North America, including back-to-back shows at MetLife Stadium on May 8th and 9th. The tour, which marks a massive year for both artists, Kendrick with his surprise album GNX and SZA's dominating charts with SOS Deluxe, promises to be a celebration of their creativity and impact on music. Tickets drop on December 6th. You heard that, December 6th, in a couple of days. And if their recent collaborations are any indication, this tour is going to be a cultural moment fans won't want to miss. All right, shout out to them being positive and collaborating and all that good stuff. I wish them nothing but the most success. I enjoy both artists so much, and I think that's going to be a hot ticket. What's up, Andy? What you think?
I definitely would love to go.
Yes.
Just from what I've been seeing on social media, folks are a little bit disappointed with the prices, but
yeah,
what can you say?
you getting two money makers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. And when we come back with the Raw Report, we're going to chop it up with Buki Tuwalawi about some of these hot entertainment topics we got going on today.
I'm Avery Wilson, and you're watching It's Robin Ayers.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Bad Ash Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black. If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
Did you know that 1 in 6 African-American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? This month, every time you purchase Gillette's family of products, they'll donate to support Movember. Whether you're looking for Gillette's Best Shave, a regimen to help prevent new shave irritation and bumps, or award-winning beard care products, every Gillette purchase can make a difference in the fight against prostate cancer. Visit pggoodeveryday.com/Movember for details. Exclusions apply.
Martha was ready to switch to a career in IT.
There's always a need for IT specialists, especially with AI coming out and cybersecurity. It's practically recession-proof.
My Computer Career even provides job placement help.
The career specialists, they're very helpful. They care about you as a person. You're not just a number to them. I would recommend My Computer Career wholeheartedly to anyone.
Take the free career evaluation today. Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. Not available in Washington State.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Raw Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580. It is me, Keith Underwood, sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. I hope everybody's having a good time tonight. Getting ready to join me in the Raw Report right now is she is a publicist and a chief creative of Loud in Color, a premier creative company in Chicago, and the creator and host of the podcast, The Single Files, Khadija Tawalawi. Khadija, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's up, boo? How you doing?
You know, blessed and highly favored. Amen.
Okay, amen to that, and affirmed. Yeah.
Amen.
You know, I called you by our nickname when I got ready. Yeah, but I called myself. I said, let me switch this up real quick.
It's fine.
Yeah, how you been? What you been into?
Oh my gosh. You know, just navigating the waters of trying to close out this tumultuous year of 2024, you know, moving ahead to 2025 and just trying to work on some projects in between. So, you know, doing my best not to complain.
Yeah, now I'm familiar with you as a publicist. We've done some great things together, but now you got this new podcast. You got this new podcast, the Single Files.
Yeah.
What's the Single Files all about? Tell us about it, Khadija.
Yeah, so the Single Files is a brand new creative adventure. I've been, and just like a little bit about me, I've been in the content space off and on for probably about 10 years, just trying to just figure out a cadence of like what makes the most sense. I kind of came to this revelation like a couple months ago that, you know, I'm tired of like putting out content that people, you know, are usually used to seeing. And I want to talk about some actual like real, you know, make some real conversations around things that we should be talking about. And I am in this season of being single, so why not talk about it? So I kind of came up with this concept of Single Files to, one, you know, explore the nuances of being single. You know, we see on social media, we have conversations with our friends and family about, you know, being in the season of waiting, but like what comes with that? So it's a lot of like self-discovery that I've done in being single. Like being a single in your 30s is completely different than being single in your 20s. So doing a lot of like self-discovery, learning where some of my dating tendencies come from, a lot of childhood trauma that I end up exploring. And, you know, I also want to kind of keep things light and, you know, talk about like some of like the fun things that have happened in dating.
Right.
Talk about sex, you know, talk about, you know, the different nuances that kind of comes with being single while we're in the season of waiting. So it's a brand new podcast. I want people to kind of get to know me, but I will be having some voices coming on in the new year. And I'm really, really excited about it.
Nice. Well, congratulations to you, and I wish you nothing but the most success on it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get into some of these topics with Khadija. And if you want to join in, you can call us at 920-1580. Again, that's 800-920-1580. You can also join us in the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Let me tell you guys something. I don't know We've got this new administration coming in, and I think Elon Musk has been has been appointed Trump's efficiency director, I guess, to keep things neat and tidy in a way that they want it to be neat and tidy. But anyway, so in recent developments, have reignited the debate over NPR's funding and its role in media. Elon Musk, who is the efficiency advisor, as I mentioned, has called for the defunding of NPR, citing comments by its CEO and labeling it's too reliant on taxpayer dollars. This follows a history of tension, including NPR's departure from Twitter after being labeled state-affiliated media under Musk's leadership, while NPR argues that government funding accounts for less than 1% of its budget. Musk's criticism raises questions about the future of publicly funded media and its impact on the broader media landscape. And this can include independent media and then even privately owned stations like ours. Whew. Khadija, this is it's a little deep, I mean, this can affect all of us, in so many ways, especially those of us who, work in media. Do you think this this reduced public funding of NPR could shift its focus kind of more towards commercial revenue sources? Like, will they get more into advertising with NPR? Or will it intensify the competition for advertising dollars and also audience loyalty, like the kind of people that show up for NPR's program with privately owned stations, like ours here at KBLA?
You know what? I think it's going to be kind of a mixture of both, or a mixture of all things. Well, for one, when I hear things like this about, dollars being reduced and anything that's going to be impactful, I think about the powerful voices that are on air and are on TV. And I always think about, who shows up the most. I think about the multicultural reporters who are constantly, showing up online, showing up on air. I think about Joanne Reed. I think about, what was that sister name who was over the debate, I can't think of her name, but I think about women like her who have to kind of pivot now to find ways to make sure that they are providing quality and on point facts to the public. And I think that, people are going to probably, of course, money is going to be an issue, but I think about the loyalty of the audience.
Yes.
That is above all. I go where the truth goes. You feel me? So I think it's going to create this new segue for these reporters and, these voices to kind of create more of their platform. And they're going to be organically circulating dollars. And I'll give my money away to honesty before I give it to lies. And I definitely would give my money to something that won't allow me to have to minimize our voices, because our voices are definitely going to be hindered in this shift.
Yes, absolutely. No, I agree with you 100%. And like I said, it can be a little scary, especially, when we're getting to a point now where we're really talking about indirect censorship. Because if you try to, if you try to starve the family, that's going to cause endangerment to the family and the sustainability and life of the family. And I agree with you 100%. And we have to make sure, especially as, Black folks in media and people of color in media, that we're supporting those vessels, those creations that are already in place. And lifting those up and building those up and keeping those strong within our communities, as opposed to being dependent solely on, on government dollars. I mean, but then we have the flip side of that. Okay, so say, for instance, we have the financial support of our communities to keep our media, alive. What do we do when it comes to legislation? Especially if they have, all three branches, of government, and there is an agenda that's moving in this direction.
I don't think, for some reason, I'm not scared of that. If anything, I'm more so scared of the people subscribing to the fear of the minimization of our words.
Yes.
You see, because it's like, yes, we have, conglomerate radio streaming places such as NPR, but we also have Spring Hill. We also have, Issa Rae. She's doing an amazing job in trying to build out some media outlets for, for Black voices to be heard. I think there's going to be even Blobbity, I'm pretty sure is going to continue to make way for Black voices to be heard. So I don't want that to be a focus for us, because it's the Blacks and then it's general market. That's it. It's just no in between, because the Blacks are the leaders when it comes to anything that's culture related. No shade, but it's the truth. So I think that we need to focus more on taking our voices from spaces such as NPR and putting it into Spring Hill, putting it into the other media outlets that are being built out by some of our
and
some of our Black
KBLA
celebrities.
and KBLA,
yes, and putting our voices there. And I think the separation has already been created by itself. So let's go where we're celebrated.
Yeah,
with each other.
Yeah, Andy, you wanted to say something, man.
I was going to say, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, platforms on YouTube per se. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's independent.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot on there as well.
Yeah, and there's definitely space for that. Like many of us, even here at KBLA, we have our home here in terrestrial radio with KBLA, but we also have our independent platforms as well. So it's going to have to be a combination of those efforts, and then not being shy about sharing that love. KBLA, they promote my platform here, and then I do the same thing on my platform on the podcast side. So it has to be a circle. It has to be a circle of life in order for us to survive in this very volatile landscape. I mean, how much of it, Buki? I mean, you've kind of hinted at it. How much of it do you think is just talk right now, maybe to reach a certain demographic, or how much do you think is actually going to be put into play?
I don't think anything is going to be put into play. I feel like we've heard the same narrative in the last, not the Biden administration, but Agent Orange administration. We've heard it. I refuse to give that man's name any type of life. So we heard it during his administration, and I think what's more scary to me is that a lot of the general market listeners feel like there has to be some type of desensitizing when it comes to our media, and I don't think it's right. But that's okay. Again, there are other conglomerates that we should be supporting and putting our money, our dollars, and our power into, because obviously where there's no Black voices, there is no culture. We are the players of everything that happens in this economy.
Yes.
And it's in this society. So once we make moves, it's going to be felt.
Yes.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It will be a dry, vanilla world without us. And, I say that with all the humbleness, in the world, but it is the truth. We have been.
I don't. I am so not humble.
Yes. And, I mean, we have been the architects. We have been the architects of arts, music, culture. And, and I think that we have a place. I know that we have a place here in media that we have to trust and understand our value. And then that takes me somewhere, that takes me somewhere else, Buki. I mean, on topic, off topic, it's very important. Like we have, celebrities out here, and then they have publicists that don't understand the Black market. You're a publicist. How do you feel about that? Because what a lot of people don't know is when they wonder why they don't see their favorite Black celebrity, on whatever outlet it is that they support that might be Black owned. A lot of times it has nothing directly to do with them, but it can be with the representation that they have, because they don't understand the value of Black voices.
I think it's unfortunate that, in 2024, we're still having the same conversation. I think you and I kind of touched on this, privately, but I think, what's disheartening is that, again, it's this major separation of multicultural, AKA Black, media versus general market, because general market is looked at, as more poised, as more of like you actually made it. It's more of like a check on the scoreboard that you were placed in a general market publication, or you were interviewed on a general market platform, when in all actuality, there are some very powerful publications. I feel like Black Enterprise, for example, is just as powerful as 4s.
Mm-hmm.
They're one and the same to me. It may speak to two different audiences, but that is major. And I think that in 2024, we are still having the same conversations that we need to continue to give our Black publications the flower that they deserve, because we are the only ones that are keeping their doors open.
Yeah, no, that's
it's sad.
No, that's real truth right there. That's very real. You know, I was sitting here thinking as you were talking, and was thinking to myself, if NPR, with all of the controversies that that they're having, will their expectations change, like within house? Do you see like their format changing, or them possibly not being as independent and being more kind of falling in line with certain agendas?
I think they're probably going to fall in line with certain agendas. They're probably going to try to construct a way to ensure that they don't lose the listeners that they have, while making sure that they're getting the dollars from the people who are actually putting money in their pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're gonna try to find a segue.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that it is going to probably be a combination of those two elements. I just really hope that they're having some serious conversations over there right now, because if, as they've claimed, that that any government money that they get only equals to 1%, that they should be able to survive independently and true to their platform off of that other 99%. And when we come forward, we will have more of the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's going on? It's your girl Takara Williams here with Robin Ayers on the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. If you ain't here, baby, hurry up.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Tyreek Wynn with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Police in Bloomington, Minnesota say they did not find any evidence on a thumb drive that investigators believe might contain confession from O.J. Simpson. The case began 2 years ago when the Bloomington police learned a backpack seized during an assault investigation contained several thumb drives. Funeral arrangements are in the works for a South Carolina civil rights leader. James L. Solomon Jr. was one of 3 black students to desegregate the University of South Carolina in 1963. New York Mayor Eric Adams, who's black, is confirming he'll cooperate with ICE under certain circumstances to deport illegal immigrants. But he wants to know what President-elect Trump has in mind when he talks about mass deportations. Billboard is naming Beyoncé the greatest pop star of the 21st century. The entertainment magazine made the announcement on Tuesday. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
It's a tough drive in Pasadena with the 210 eastbound loading up at Lincoln. Delays in stretches all the way to Foothill Boulevard, ahead in Upland from Baseline all the way to the 215. Also tough on the 10. Eastbound slowing starting out of City Terrace from City Terrace Drive. In stretches as you travel all the way into Fontana. More slowing ahead in Colton between the 215 and the 210 freeway. Tough in Irvine. 5 northbound slowing from the 133 all the way to Harbor in Anaheim. Also slow on the 405 in West LA. Southbound from Sunset Boulevard all the way to the 605.
Shop Black Friday deals now at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus take an additional 10% off when you buy other select major appliances. Valid through 12/4, cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. While supplies last, selection varies.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
ESPN has agreed to televise Saturday's SWAC Conference Football Championship game. The title game for the prominent HBCU conference will feature Jackson State versus Southern University. The game will be carried live on ESPN2 at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Jackson State coach T.C. Taylor was named SWAC Coach of the Year after leading the Tigers to a 10-2 record. Southern, coached by Terrence Graves, is 8-4. Taylor replaced Deion Sanders 2 years ago when Deion left Jackson State for Colorado. The winner of the Jackson State-Southern game will meet up with South Carolina State on December 14th in Atlanta in the Celebration Bowl. The Celebration Bowl is the game that decides the Black College Football National Champion. That game will also have live national TV coverage on ABC, 9 a.m. kickoff Pacific Time. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. The Equinox EV and all-new Equinox, America's best compact SUV for new vehicle quality by J.D. Power, offer both confidence and style to see you through the holiday season. It's easy to see why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Find your red tag. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Award based on 2024 models. For J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Industrial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 26.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/25.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on.
Who's got next?
And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to the Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ruling in the way that I move. And I breathe your air.
Yes. You are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580, and this is your spot for entertainment and celebrity news. Let me tell you something, Andy. I needed some Sade right about now, man. That was some good, smooth vibe. That's real good. Khadija.
I'm over here vibing out the Sade too, honey.
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying? Wait a minute. I need a couple of blankets, a recliner, a glass of wine. Oh, shit.
Yes.
What's up,
This
Andy?
is perfect Sade weather right now because it's chilly right now.
Yeah, brother. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Khadija, how you doing?
I am doing well, blessed and highly favored.
Yes, all right. If you want to join in the conversation, you can call us at 800-920-1580. Again, that's 800-920-1580. You can also join us in the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, Forrest, yeah, we absolutely need to start working together. We have to start collaborating with one another more. I agree with you 100%. And I know I say I agree with you 100% a lot, but when you're right, you're right. What's up, Andy?
We got to get that hate out of our blood first, though.
Dude,
that's the problem.
Who you telling, man? If that ain't the truth, you know it's there's a brother named Mr. Will Smith who's actually giving some thanks and some praise as he reflects on some collaborations that he has had over his career and how it has been the secret to his longevity. He recently opened up about his creative journey during the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, giving props to his longtime collaborator, Alfonso Ribeiro, for totally transforming his life and the show. Smith reflected on how Ribeiro's energy and creative input elevated their work together, shaping both their careers and redefining what Black excellence looks like on TV in the 90s. He even spilled some tea about initially hating Quincy Jones's first version of the iconic theme song for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He even spilled some tea about initially hating Jones's first version of the iconic theme song. Y'all heard me. I mean, can you believe that? Quincy Jones? Will was like, I didn't like it. But anyway, like true collaborators, Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff, they went back into the lab. They cooked up a new version and brought it to Jones, who gave his stamp of approval. It is a reminder of how teamwork and trust among creatives can lead to magic and a legacy that still inspires. Buki, wait a minute. When me and Andy were chopping, even before I got to chopping it up, before I even got to the story, you were kind of sparked. What was on your mind?
In regards to
about collaborating, working together, and Andy said we got to get rid of all that hate first.
Oh, I thought y'all was talking about Will Smith. I was like, I don't have nothing to say about that. No, yes, I agree. I agree. I think we are our own worst enemies. I feel, unfortunately, our Black community does not know how to fully just come together and make things happen.
Yeah.
It should not be, because I don't see it in any other demographic. I don't see it in any other subcultures. It's just us. And I think that we are more powerful together than we are separate. And I think, again, with everything that's going on and everything we're about to face for the next 4 years, we have nothing but each other at this point. So let's just make some great use of each other and be able to elevate. Let's move the needle. Let's move the culture forward. It's time. It's been time.
Yeah, now I'm going to give Will Smith some props for this. He absolutely, at least he came to the forefront and he acknowledged his brother Alfonso for his contributions, for what he did in shaping his career. It was, very similar to how I told Andy, thank you, at the beginning of the show. Sometimes too, it just starts there. It just starts with us not trying to be greedy, not trying to take all the credit, not trying to be the HNIC, about acknowledging the people that help to make our visions work each and every single day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it takes nothing to give someone their flowers. It takes nothing to acknowledge one another. I mean, what Andy may feel like, he's just doing his job, but in your eyes, you are making, you're helping to build your platform. He's helping to build your platform. And I think that sometimes we take advantage of that, or we don't see that the small things equates to bigger opportunities for everyone. So I think, like I said, it takes nothing to give someone their flowers.
Yeah. And then, Brother Will, he, as I said earlier, he also said that he has some problems with the theme song. But in the end, Quincy was able to set aside his ego, listen to these, two young brothers at the time, and get their input on the song. And it turned out to be something iconic and, memorable. Us as, thought leaders or, with platforms or people that are forging the way, what value do we have to understand that comes in the generation behind us?
There's no such thing as gatekeeping. That's the biggest thing. It's no such thing as gatekeeping.
Explain that. Elaborate on that.
So with gatekeeping, I think that shows up more with millennials. Well, no, actually, I think I see it more with some of the Gen Xers when it's moving to the millennials and the millennials moving to the Gen Zers. We hold back a lot of information. A lot of valuable information. We hold back a lot of knowledge. I see people intercede opportunities for other people that could be a great fit because it's a certain mentality. Again, the Black community has that we have to struggle. We have to earn our keep. And it does not have to be that way.
No.
It does not have to be that way. I've had people who have told me, you have to struggle the way that I did in order for you to get to where you're at. And then I've had other people just tell me. I've had other people just, here are the keys.
Yes.
Go open them doors yourself.
Yes.
So I feel like we have to stop this gatekeeping mentality because we aren't doing nothing but holding each other back.
Yes. You're absolutely right, Khadija. I try to put my money where my mouth is. I always try to build up and boost up those behind me any which way that I can try to help you. And that's one of the reasons why I always find a way to weave in the importance of us collaborating with one another, of us supporting one another on any platform that I show up on, because that is truly going to be and always be the secret to our success. Andy, you wanted to say something quickly.
I appreciate you for doing that, Keith, because I do agree that I think there is a generational gap. There is a generational divide. I'm not, from experiences that I had in, professional levels, I've seen it internally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're fighting for the same thing.
Absolutely.
But, no disrespect to our elders, but, they have a way of doing things. I'm a millennial. So, we have a way of doing our things as well, too. And I've seen it firsthand, and it's quite sad.
Yes.
You would think that, we should be working together. But, like you said, the example, like, you got to struggle like we did in order to, gain whatever. So it's unfortunate, but we got to fix that. Exactly. I'm with you. I agree.
And I think, just to kind of expand on that just a little bit, there's two things.
Right. Wait a minute.
If we want to talk about
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about generational wealth, right? We have, there are some men, I'm going to use it as an example, who are actually building. No, not even men. Let's think about the white people. White people are sitting on old money, and they legit just pass it on to their kids when they pass on. But when it comes to us, I feel like information is just as valuable as money. So why not give it to the next generation and then be able to invest in their future? It's legit no different. Why is it that white people can give away their money to their family members and they do nothing but sit on it, spend on whatever? But we are mentally conditioned to struggle. Now, two, to bring it full circle, you mentioned how, Quincy and Will was clashing about the original theme song.
Mm-hmm.
When in all actuality, Quincy Jones has way more knowledge, or had way more knowledge than Will Smith ever did. Like, you know what? I think this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he could have been wrong. He could have. But obviously he knew what he was doing in order to catapult the situation. And I think at times, us younger folks do not always listen because we think that we know better. So I think it kind of goes both ways. I feel like we hold back. Information is always retained and kept away, but then also it's opportunities to learn from one another.
I
so
agree.
that's just my position on it.
All right, and when we come forward, more with the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up, everybody? It's Simeon Jays, and I'm chilling with Robin Ayers on the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Have you heard of the 50-30-20 rule? This can help you spend and save your money wisely. So, how does it work? Distribute your dollars into 3 buckets. 50% towards needs, 30% towards your wants, and 20% goes to savings. Use this tool to help your journey to financial success. Sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company. With reported hate crimes rising in recent years, California has responded through outreach efforts across state government and in collaboration with community-based organizations for the launch of CA versus Hate. This non-emergency, multilingual hate crime and incident reporting hotline provides an anonymous reporting option for victims and witnesses of hate acts reported in 15 different languages through the online portal and in over 200 languages when calling the hotline. Report anonymously by calling 833-866-4283. Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or online at any time at cavshate.org.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Raw Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580 with me, your guest host, Keith Underwood, sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. Robin, what's up? I hope I'm doing your baby right. And joining me is Khadija Tuwalawi. Khadija, what's up?
Hey, I'm here, honey.
How you doing, Keith?
I'm here, honey.
Yes. All right. Over in the chat, we have, let's see here. Penny Thompson said, Black people have to bury jealousy and learn to appreciate one another's talents and gifts. Amen. Together, there's always light at the end of the tunnel for everyone. And then Pretty Brown Mimi, she said, Black people, let's just share our money, knowledge, experience, education, etc., all of our resources with one another and help people elevate and grow. Come on, y'all over there in the chat with the knowledge. Come on now. Yeah, what's up, Andy? You wanted to say something.
Hey, if we can generate millions of dollars in a couple days for Kamala Harris,
yes,
we could do it for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Amen.
100%. And you know, I'm glad you pointed that out, Andy, because that shows the power of what we can do when we come together under a common good. Khadija, what do you think about that?
I've been preaching it all episode long. We can do so much. We can do so much together than we can apart. I think about, you brought up Kamala and how we were able to bring in millions of dollars to her. How can we quickly, create a system for ourselves that can be, bulletproof? No pun intended, but. How can we, make sure that we are being able to sustain financially, emotionally, so on and so forth, not only for ourselves, but the future generations ahead. Those are things that I think about. And these are things that we should be continuing to talk about as we are entering into these new 4 years. So, I want to pass it back to you all, especially being Black men into this society, you all are looked at as leaders. What is the first thing that we need to do in order for us to be able to cultivate a society that will allow us to be able to be stronger financially?
Right. Well, I think first and foremost, we have to start by uplifting one another. That we got to stop dragging one another. We got to stop tearing each other down. We have to reprogram ourselves for running to news that tears, one another down, and find the positivity. When we see those things that are positive in the news about us, share those on social media. That's where we start first. And then we have to start learning how to love ourselves again and understand the foundation of where we came from. We came from a barter system where you give to me, I give to you, and re-embracing that. And then also re-embracing being teachers. Even if it's somebody that might not be on the level that you're at right now, or they're they're just starting out, or they might not be as strong in the field that they would like to be. Well, then share some knowledge with them on how they can get to that point. That's where I think we need to start.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's just a crazy situation for us, especially like you said, Khadija, to still be here in this same place where we're still talking, about this, as opposed to taking real action towards systemic change and not being caught in those old ideas and ways of thinking, and reprogramming our subconscious as well. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in some more Will Smith news, this is the final season before Bel Air is gone and out. It's official. Peacock's Bel Air, the modern, dramatic reimagining of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, is coming back for a fourth and final season. The cast shared the news with fans on social media, sparking waves of nostalgia and anticipation since its premiere. Bel Air has brought a fresh perspective to the Banks family story we all grew up loving, blending raw emotion with the iconic charm of the original. While we're sad to see it end, and yes, I am, this last chapter promises to be a heartfelt send-off to the series that reintroduced us to the West Philadelphia and Bel Air in a way we never even imagined. No premiere date yet, but you already know it's going to be must-watch TV. It's I was around for the first wave of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Loved that show, loved what it meant and what it did for the culture. And then this new reimagining, a dramatic take on a very famous sitcom, has just been phenomenal. And we got to get to know and learn a lot of new faces from this show as well as some established folks as well, but a lot of new fresh faces. What are some of your thoughts about the fourth and final season of Bel Air?
Well, one, I'll be the first one to say I'm a little behind on Bel Air. I have watched some episodes. I've actually worked with the publicist who promoted the show. Shout out to my old team at 135. I think what Will Smith and the whole cast have been able to do is monumental, especially being one of the very few all-black syndicated shows to be on Peacock, and to be able to make it to 4 seasons. I think it's monumental within itself. I think it's iconic, and being able to bring back such a nostalgic show such as Fresh Prince and revamping it to Bel-Air and giving this, entire new, giving it a brand new lens to come into the world of it not necessarily being comedy, but drama, but bringing in that same family feel, I think is commendable. And I absolutely love what they have done, how the show has grown. And not only that, the opportunity that has been created for the actors on the show. I just absolutely love, I love that for them. So although it is sad to see them go, but I think 4 solid seasons is greater than having 8 so-so seasons.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%. And I'm looking forward to see, especially the young actors. I mean, we already know what Coco is doing, but I'm interested to see what all of the rest of these great and talented, actors are going to go on to do, next. Much love and prayers and support to the entire cast and crew of Bel-Air. Buki.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. Khadijah.
No.
Where can everybody find
No,
you?
nobody in the streets called me that, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll keep it behind
Nobody
the
in the
scenes.
streets. It's okay.
We'll keep it BTS. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Yes, you can follow me everywhere at Khadijah, BKADIJAT _ on all platforms. And please check out my podcast, The Single Files. It is available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I am working to expanding it more, dropping an episode every week. So hopefully I should have a new episode out this weekend. So please leave comments, show some love, and share with your people.
All right. Khadijah Tawalawi, thank you so much for joining me on the Raw Report. You have been an absolute pleasure and insight.
Yeah, of course. It's been my pleasure. Bring me back anytime.
All right now. And everyone, please follow me, Keith Underwood, on IG at Mr. Keith L. Underwood. You can follow me on FB at Keith L. Underwood. And then be sure to tune into Black in the Green Room, where we talk to Black creatives, showbiz professionals, and entertainers at 9 p.m. on Saturdays Pacific Time and on Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Until next time, this has been the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Tyreek Wynn with 4 things you should know from BIN News, a new paper published by doctors of